Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go from Oakland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tulipulotu in for the tackle. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing now from the gun. Stays in the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Chargers take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 27. He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for Raiders first. give up the middle to Ford. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, it puts a sack on the board.
So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first. They send a tight end in motion. From the red zone now. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle up. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Raiders' kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. To return, here's Paris Campbell. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They put a receiver in motion right. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but across the line there, that earns the holding penalty. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. He throws a bullet down the right side. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds too. Oh, I don't believe it. Well, Most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now, Herbert. He got it along the sideline, but just in the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense up to the line fast. They snap it to Herbert. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field.
We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield, and it's scooped up by the Chargers. Uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
No score zone right here. No score zone.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. 2nd and 10 now. He puts some power on a deep one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Campbell now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Flush down out to his left. Throw left side, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. On the move, headed right. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll throw it. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. This is Ford on the handoff. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Bates' kick is up and good. And our first half ends with 3 points. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Right again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 34. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw. Got a man. Bowers has it. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running is forward. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw it. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has it down close. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. To the ground with Ford. And he gets in, touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders bump the lead up to 13 points. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running left, here's Ford. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his...
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders push the lead to 20. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Gamble now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Shotgun snap to Herbert. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Completed here to Johnston. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Herbert from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers drop the lead back to 13. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. And they've got themselves another first and 10. This is Ford. And they bring him down quickly, but he does have it across the 40. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Another one for Ford. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Throwing from the gun. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Chargers have some new life in the 4th. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Now to throw. Johnston brings it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. The Raiders nearing a win as he drops to a knee. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
So they take a knee here, and they say perfect on the season. Another victory added on to their streak.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility